Hello, I'm back. Sorry for that really unprofessional bit there. Mr. Kate Beast Coach telling me I'm unprepared. No, I wasn't. I'd lost my glasses. I don't know if anybody else ever does that, but it just sends me into a panic. Hi, Carol. I can see a few people joining me. Right, let's get on with it tonight. I hope Lisa doesn't join us because she bought me a chain for my glasses the other day, and I can't find the chain now to put my glasses on the end. So let's get going. Right. We weren't live yesterday. I didn't do the live yesterday because she had a day off for comic relief. I was mentoring yesterday and I was looking after my beautiful baby grandson who's 3 weeks old now. I had a lovely day off, so to speak. Yeah. Is anybody else out there a granny or a nanny like me? And are they balancing being a Kate person, possibly working as well, looking after children and being a nanny? Give me a heart if you are, because I'll feel loved then, because this nannying thing is totally new to me. So another thing I wanted to ask as well, how many of you in the group have got small children, sort of under the age of 10, I suppose? It'd be interesting to know. Or are most of you old birds like me? Old bird, I'm 54. It is difficult having a business and having small children. I've been there, I've done it. I totally appreciate where you're going. So I have been looking at Facebook and Instagram so that I could do an input on social media for you tonight. And there's one thing I've been looking at on Facebook and social media, and it's the Meet the Maker, which we'll go into shortly. Brilliant campaign. I think it's by Kate Masters magazine, but I think I need to tell you a little bit more about myself. I live with my 2 tiny chihuahuas. Give me a thumbs up or a heart emoji if you've got doggies as well and love doggies. And give me a thumbs down if you don't like dogs at all and you're a cat person. But Meet the Maker, I think he is a brilliant campaign. I've got my notes in front of me tonight. I want to stay on trend, on course, so we can rattle through this, and that everybody on the recap who's not watching tonight, who's not joining in, isn't going to be waiting around for too long. Don't forget, if you're watching this on recap, why not just listen to it whilst you're driving along or whilst you're making cakes? Don't actually have to give up your time to sit down and physically watch me. You can listen to me. I was talking to one of my Katepreneurs today, and she was talking about, I'm bothering about everybody else taking care of themselves, and she was giving me a bit of an ear bending about me taking care of myself as well, because I tend to dish it out and don't look after myself. So I will be thank you for that, Andrea. I'm part of a mastermind myself, so they look after me. Every mentor has a mentor, and I have my own mentor and my own mentoring group, so they do tend to look after me, so don't worry about me. Today I was contacted by another one of the Kate community that I'm in, and she was talking about fantastic marketing ideas. She'd driven past a high-end coffee shop, gone and sort of knocked on the door, spoken to the chappie in there, and the next thing you know, she's got orders for cakes, and we were talking about that. I'd love to do a course following this called once you've nailed it, let's scale it. And really, that's the sort of realms that she's going on into. But we need to get the foundations there first before we think of scaling things and sort of going off piste. So hopefully I might be putting together another course at the end of this one, but that just popped into my head this afternoon whilst I was cleaning the kitchen, funnily enough. Just a little bit of admin before we go any further with social media tonight. Tomorrow night, by the way, we are going to be doing the pricing formula. I am going to be going in depth into the pricing formula, but there's a little bit that we need to cover first before we go any further. So I'm sorry that I was late posting the Twitter challenge, the day 2 challenge. I was busy with my paying day job, and yesterday I took a little bit of time off in the afternoon to spend time with little baby Atlas. Atlas, where did they get the names from? But I've got a grandson called Atlas now. If anybody else has got any grandchildren with unusual names, let me know. Hi, Carol. So I've just seen some of the comments coming up. So day 2 was the Twitter challenge. All I want you to do is, if you have a Twitter account, I just want you to put a post on and put hashtag networking your knickers. The exact hashtag is on the day 2 challenge post. If you haven't got a Twitter account, I want you to make a Twitter account. And if you are new to Twitter, I don't expect you to put a post on, but if you can, put a Twitter account, and I will be searching for you and I will find you, but it makes it easier if you do put hashtag networking in your knickers. If you don't know what networking in your knickers is, please watch day 2's live. That's the live from Thursday. Twitter is a very important part of marketing. It is brilliant. You don't need to tend it a lot. It's just have an account, and that's sort of just like a voice, a conduit to actually network. But I don't expect you to be posting every day. We don't need another social media account to feed. So hopefully that clears up some of the Twitter questions. Day 1, the Google challenge, just to clear up for anybody else that's wondering. Once you've registered, filled in your Google business, and you've put it in a physical place like 121 High Street, Smethwick, Google will then send you a postcard to 121 High Street, Google, Smethwick. It needs to make sure that you actually are where you say you are, so that you haven't got fake accounts. So I think somebody said today that it's only taken about 4 days now. When I first did it, it took about 4 weeks. But once you get that verification code, look out for it. It will come in the Google branding. Please go back onto your Google business and put your verification code in. But in the meantime, please have a look at your competitors in the area where you work, in the area where you want to sell your cakes or are selling your cakes, and see who's about, see what they're posting. Start sorting out some beautiful pictures of your work. Let's stand out. Let's not compete or trash the other people, but let's be different. Let's stand out. So whilst you're waiting, you can start making your Google business post look attractive, maybe look a little bit more attractive than the ones around you. I hope none of you are in similar areas, but you know, it really is the way that everybody searches for cake businesses, and you want to stand out. So show your best work, even if you've only got one picture of your statement cake. Let's just show some beautiful pictures that people go, oh, I like that. Or is that, you know, is that an example of her or his work? We have got some guys in the group. Hopefully Graham from Waterford in Ireland is on tonight, and we've got a few more other guys who I will name drop. Let's face it, one of the best cake guys in the world is Paul Hollywood, and a few others. So, you know, it's not unusual. This group is not exclusively for women. I am after talent, not a girl gang, woman tribe. So that's Google. I also put up a printable for day one. It was about marketing, and it's still on there. A few of you have told me that you can't print it. If you just drop your email in the comments, I will email it to you. There's already one in there, and I haven't emailed it, but I promise I will get to it this weekend. But if you're a little bit technically minded, you can open it, email it to yourself. Once you've emailed it to yourself, you can print it off the email. Some people can print it straight away when they open it, but if not, just drop your email in the thread, and I'll actually email it to you. So that's that bit of admin. Tiny bit of admin. I just want to find out where everybody is in the country. So in the comments, can you just drop where you are? I'm in Sutton Coldfield in Birmingham in the Midlands. I know I've got people from Lichfield, from Derby. I want to know how far afield we are, because it'd be nice if we can arrange a bit of a meetup geographically, get together. I've got some ideas on some things that I want to do, but it'd be nice to know where everybody is. So, right, I'm going to take a sip. Let's get started with social media. Right, social media, very complex subject that I needed to understand about social media. Social media isn't all about your followers. I don't care, and you shouldn't care, whether you've got 200 followers or 2,000 or 200,000 followers. It matters not. We spoke over the last few days about having the ideal customer, the ideal cake customer. And I want you to have started thinking, or have actually mapped out who your ideal cake customer is. Now, the followers on your Facebook and your Instagram need to be your ideal cake customers. Now, your ideal cake customers fall into two camps: your business to customer, which is, you know, your normal customers, birthday cakes, wedding cakes, or your business to business. So Twitter is more business to business with networking. That's where you'll get your bulk orders. That's where you'll get people who recommend you in the wedding industry. That's where you can network with florists. That's where you can network with car showrooms. I don't know if I mentioned the other night, car showrooms have 2 car launches a year, you know, and they're always after cupcakes, branded cupcakes. It's a no-brainer. Get into those car showrooms and find out who's supplying them. It's a quick win. It keeps us warm during the winter. It might not be the artistic cakes that we want to, but that's it. So getting back to our followers, please do not get hung up that you've only got 200 followers. And I almost cry when I see on Instagram and somebody's gone, whoop, whoop, I'm at 1,000 followers. But it might be the 1,000 long followers. Please, you really do need to court the right followers, the ideal cake customers, business customers or normal customers, through your Facebook and your Instagram. And don't worry about how many followers you've got. One thing about Instagram that's a bugbear. Now, this is, I know I'm going to be Marmite here, but please, if there's anybody out there that's got on their Instagram, on their header, self-taught, would you really buy a crafted, bespoke piece of edible art of somebody who's self-taught? Now, most of us are self-taught. Yes, I went to college and eventually trained, but in the beginning I was self-taught and I was as good as anybody else. And there's lots of people on here who are self-taught, but I'm sorry, you're not going to appeal to customers by putting self-taught. End of. It's just my view. Okay, how about putting the creator of moist, delicious, edible creations? I don't know, let's be descriptive. That's the first opportunity we have when people see us. Let's let's describe our products. You know, chocolate cakes. What type of chocolate? It's Belgium chocolate. If you need ideas on being descriptive, just listen to the Marks and Spencer's adverts. I think Tesco's and the like have caught on now, but they're brilliant for describing things. You'd think a piece of cheese melted on some meat was a piece of cheese with some meat, but it's delectable to, you know, let's be creative with our strap lines on Instagram. I'm just looking at my notes here. We've talked about the ideal cake customer. Cake spinners will know them by name. Okay, right. I have written this afternoon an article for you, which I'm going to post into the group because we've already been rattling for 20 minutes, but it's important. Why do we want followers on social media? We want followers on social media because we're going to connect with them. Okay, we're going to sell to them, but that's further down the line. Selling and direct selling by posting on Facebook and Instagram is about stage 4 of what you're doing on social media. You need to understand why you're on Instagram and why you're on Facebook. Instagram basically is your online brochure. If you've got your grid up there and some pictures, even if you've just got 3 rows, 9 pictures, make sure those are stunning, fabulous pictures. You don't need to keep on filling up your grid if you've just started. Now, if you want to know what those pictures need to look like, just go into Waitrose or Marks and Spencer's and get their wedding, you know, I'm talking about wedding cakes here, just get their wedding brochure. It's very white, very plain. In my book, I've got a section on photographing cakes. Let's make it easy for you. You can get backdrops for cakes. Most of my cakes on my other website are photographed outside in the garden, mostly during the winter, natural light for your cakes. I've used a backdrop, a white one, and I've just used a normal camera, an iPhone for it, and then just cropped it. Please, please, please take care when photographing your cakes. But Instagram is a really good thing. It's your online brochure, it's your pictures. Stories on Instagram is where you can tell a story and where you can meet the maker and everything else, but your grid is your online brochure, particularly on Instagram in the cake business to start with. So we need to connect with our customers. We don't want customers just for the sake of it. I've put in here about the mapping exercise. You need to know who your ideal customer is. Where do they live? What type of food do they like? What type of clothing do they like? Are they mums? Are they grandparents? Are they men? Are they women? You know, you've got to drill down that. What TV shows do they like? Where do you think they would travel on holiday? What do you think they would eat? You need to make on social media a connection with your ideal cake customer. So if you don't know who you're talking to, how can you connect with them? How can you do mind to mind? How can you do heart to heart with them? You need to know who they are. I'm not going to drum that home anymore. Once we know who our ideal cake customers are, there's 4 steps we need to go through. They need to know us, they need to like us, and they need to trust us. And then we can sell to them. Only when customers actually desperately need something and do they go on Google and they're looking for somebody for a birthday cake, do they come to us. But those customers are likely to haggle with you. You want to court these customers. You want to start building a relationship with potential customers, and you don't do that by direct selling to them on social media. So know, like, trust, then sell. It's a step-by-step process. I go into this more on the Capepreneur program, and we do some really good exercises. I've had a look at some of the social media of people on these groups, and there's some really good ones out there, and there's some ones that are coming along a bit, so don't worry. So getting our ideal cake customers to know, like, and trust us are the critical steps so we can sell to them. Followers on social media Do not react to, imagine seeing a post that says candle sale, last box, 20 quid. You're scrolling through, do I really care? I don't think I really need candles, 20 quid, yeah, I'll scroll past. We're not caught up with direct selling. You might get a few hits with it, but your post most of the time will be left of the mark. Direct selling isn't key to own this in a successful cake business. So once you define who your ideal cake customer is, you can start attracting them. Knowing you. Firstly, they need to know you. By knowing you, they need to know you, the brand. You are a brand. You are unique. Difficult concept to get your head around. Some of you have might already got your head around it, eaten it, and can sit here teaching it. But for those that can't, branding isn't just colour and scheme and a logo. Your brand has a voice, has a personality as well. Your brand has an ideal and an ethic on how it's going to treat its customers. It will have a level of service that it gives to your customers in how long it will take to reply to them, how long it will take to give a quote to them, how you treat them. Your USP could be your unique level of customer service that you give to people, and that is part of your brand, and you are part of your brand as well. You are everything. Now, do you remember the John Lewis Christmas advert? I think the one before last was an old man on the moon and something about a little girl going up on a balloon. And last year it was Elton John, I think. Right. The John Lewis Christmas advert isn't about directly selling to you. It's lovely and it's warm and it's Christmassy and it's, oh, have you seen the John Lewis Christmas advert? But it isn't bloody selling anything. But it's making you attach your feelings to the John Lewis brand. So you're watching it, you feel warm, you feel Christmassy. Now, for some people, Christmas hasn't started till the John Lewis Christmas advert comes out. It's a brand, it's trying to give you a feeling, and that you as a brand are trying to transmit to your followers on social media, Facebook and Instagram, a feeling, a warmth, maybe a clinical feeling with its white and teal and gold. But, you know, you are trying to transmit a brand. Now, I'm not asking you to go all Steven Spielberg on us and create a video, but there are some video apps out there that I have seen quite a few of you playing with. You could create a little video that represents your brand. It doesn't have to all be cake. When you're doing the video, think of the John Lewis ad. Are there, I was talking to my daughter the other day about this. There's an advert on the television for holidays in Tel Aviv and Israel, somewhere else. And if you actually watch the advert, there's these two girls in party outfit with a cocktail, and they're on top of a rooftop anywhere. They could be anywhere. You do not see Israel or Tel Aviv. You just see these girls having a fantastic time, all glittered up, and aren't they happy? They're selling Tel Aviv and Israel, I think it is Tel Aviv and Israel, as a feeling. So you could put a video together. And now this is just being totally ridiculous, but you could put a video together that's fluffy kittens, clouds and cherry blossoms. It's transmitting a feeling, but you want people to have that feeling about your business, and then you flash up one signature cake and your name. Hopefully you're getting what I mean here. Yeah, your social media channels should transmit your social ethics, your brand identity and your uniqueness. You want the cake customer to build a relationship with you. You want them to know, like and trust you as their supplier for their cakes. So who are you? And this is where that brilliant Meet the Maker has been running this week. But unfortunately, on Meet the Maker, a few people have gone a bit OTT on it, and I've met the maker and I don't like the maker on a few of them. So just be careful. What I suggest is you find 5 things about you as the maker to transmit via your Instagram and Facebook channels. Excuse me a second. Now, ask your closest friends and family to describe 5 things they know about you, things that they like, things that are unique to you or warm to you. Be careful which friends you ask. What are the type things? What are the 5 things that make you you? Okay, take me for example. So I've written these notes this afternoon. I'm known for my love of dogs, particularly my 2 tiny little chihuahuas. There's little Mia, and she's brown, and I've got a short-haired red chihuahua who's a boy, Milano. So I love dogs. I didn't think I was into babies, but you know, I've got a newborn grandson, and all of a sudden I've gone a little bit maternal at the age of 54. I wasn't maternal before, but I'm going a bit cooey over babies at the moment. So that's new to me, but that's my second thing. I've got a passion for motorbikes. I had a motorbike since I was 18, spent most of my 20s knocking around Europe on a motorbike, and I last had a motorbike when I was 7 months pregnant with my daughter, and then I thought I don't want the kids to have a motorbike, so I got rid of them. My son-in-law is doing up a motorbike in his garage at the moment, and I don't know how I kept my hands off it yesterday. The motorbike, not my son-in-law. It just brought back memories of me messing with my motorbike. I love motorbikes. I love F1 racing as well. I love cooking, particularly Asian food, and my other half is from an Asian heritage, Bangladeshi, Pakistani background, and so I try and learn as much as I can about cooking for him. He tells me how to do it, but he doesn't do much of the cooking. And I'm very keen on my health and fitness. So there's 5, probably 6 things about me. Now, if I was looking to show you who I am, I would post a story on Instagram or Facebook. I wouldn't possibly these days put it in my Instagram post. I would definitely use stories, but I would use one of these 5 things at least once a week to talk about me, to show you me. We're on some beautiful walks when it's not raining, myself and the dogs. The dogs chase the squirrels. During the day, the dogs have got blankets, and they get the blankets over one eye, and they look like Jack Sparrow, and there's things like that. They're just my cuddle bunnies. But I could share something about my grandson once a week. I could share something about my love of dogs, something about my passion for motorbikes. I'm just giving you content that you could do on your stories for your Meet the Maker, because Meet the Maker, I think at the moment, has become one-dimensional. People are just spewing it out on Facebook, where it's, when you're thinking of content, you can use it as content on social media, so that people are continually connecting with you. Try and find connections that you have in common with your ideal customer base. If you're doing a lot of birthday cakes and a lot of customers are mums, putting posts that mums would like. I'm not a mum, I'm a grandma, so I'm going to have to get into that one. But I think you can see what I'm getting at. One of the things that I must point out, that please share your brand, not just your delicious cakes. It's about brand. Now, there's something else as well called the Pareto Principle, the 80-20 principle. Now, when I was first taught marketing, particularly on social media, a lot of you probably give me a thumbs up if you've heard of the 80-20 rule. No thumbs up as yet. 80-20 rule means 80% of the time you should not be directly selling. It should be the know, like and trust. 20% of the time, if you need to put up, you've just developed a new cake or a luscious picture of your cake. Oh, thank you. Right, everybody's heard of it. That's the 20% of the time. But keep in the background, you're still going for the know, like, and trust. My favourite know bit is a peek behind the scenes. Show me where you work. I need to connect with you. I need to have the confidence that, you know, you're not doing it in a dirty kitchen with a cat sitting there watching you. No, extreme example, but I'm just trying to make a point here. Show me where you work. Is it a beautiful country cottage with beautiful flowers around? You know, we bloody wish. Or is it a gleaming kitchen with me posing next to my mixer with my hairnet and apron on? Hairnet, that would give me confidence in the brand. Apron on, that would give me confidence in the brand. You don't need to have the latest mixer to be posing, but just pose a picture with your mixer and your nice, find a nice clean bit of your kitchen. I'm just going to add something off the cuff here before I go on. Mixers. I don't know if the ladies in the group, but there was a lady that bought a mixer, a high-end mixer. I won't tell you the name of the mixer, but we all sort of tend to get them for Christmas and cosset them and want them. Anyway, she bought one, it broke. She bought another one, or had another one, and that broke as well. She sent it back or referred to the manufacturers, and the manufacturer, because it was under warranty, the manufacturer said, because she was a business, that the warranty was invalid. Now, she said, how the bloody hell do they know that I'm a business? They found her some way on social media. So if you are using your high-end expensive mixers for your business, just be careful. Fortunately, mine was bought by my other half, is in his name, and etc. Just a bit of a warning there, it just came up into my head. Right, the hairnet and the apron. Don't forget, this is not about looking like a fashion model. This is about the know, like, and trust, trying to get confidence from your employee, from your customers. Quickly going to rattle through this. Behind the scenes, have you got an office or corner of the office, corner of the dining room that you've salvaged for yourself? Show us the businessman or the businesswoman that you are by showing us pictures of your desk or your office. Mine would have baby trolls next to the monitor. If you're as old as me, you'll know what a baby trolley is. Desk decorations could form a weekly post about what you've got on your desk in your office or what you've been doing. You could find a beautiful porcelain unicorn in a charity shop, which is now my mascot this week. Lots of things like that are just discussions that show me that you've got a desk, you mean business, but you've got a bit of a personality as well because you've got a different mascot on it. Give it a try, show your personality. One of the biggest mistakes I see on social media is call to actions straight away. Candle example again. You see a beautiful candle and it goes, go visit my website and buy it now. I don't want to. Don't bother with calling people to action. You need to go to the know, like, trust, and then sell to them. So stop putting cakes up and say buy, 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 unless they wanted a cake in the first place. Yeah, I've got loads more here, but I'm conscious I've been going for 33 minutes. I'm going to put the rest of this up as a PDF in the group for you to read. I've got lots more on here about social media, but the first thing with social media, I just want you to take home tonight on a Saturday night. Mr. Kately's coach hopefully is waiting to take me out on date night because we haven't seen much of each other this week, but it's pouring with rain. And I think we're going to the Balti Triangle in Birmingham. It's where we had our first date. So going to try and be a bit romantic. It's nearly 3 years. So we'll probably go there in the rain. I'm not into these posh high-end Indian restaurants. So only one more thing for me to do, and that is we've had the draw for the daily challenge, the sharing. We had the draw earlier, and I forgot to take people out of the draw who'd already won. So Katie won again. But this time we've got 2 winners on the daily draw, Carol Madden and Sarah Belfield. So hopefully you're on tonight, or you'll get it on the catch up. But you've won the daily challenge. Thank you for sharing the group with at least three of your friends, and some of those friends have joined. Keep on sharing. Don't forget the big competition. Don't forget the daily challenge. And I haven't put the challenge up for tonight. There's going to be another draw tomorrow night. I haven't put the challenge up for tonight. I will post a challenge later. If not, you've got away with a challenge tonight, but I'm sure it should be here somewhere. Sorry, I've been prepping so much this afternoon, trying to get some really good material ready for tonight and tomorrow night. So I'm just going to finish off by having a quick flick through your comments on my phone, because I can't see them scrolling here. Joe's come on. Joe, my business partner. Miss. So let's see. Put the challenge. Oh, that's me. You don't want to be talking. Gonna have to put my glasses on. Joe's come on. Yes, don't repeat. Joe, my business partner. Okay. Right. Have we got any comments? So let's see. Right, Nemi. Struggling to think of post in between bakes, so this helps showing the office. Yeah, Nemi, the office thing shows that you're a businesswoman, and shows that you've got a personality. I will think of other things as well. That was just whilst I was sitting down this afternoon. That was one of my favourites that came up. Yeah, Laura, thank you. Glad you've managed to join us, Laura. Her most successful post is behind the scene. Nemi, yeah, remove self-taught from social media. Okay, right. Thank you for joining me this evening. Tomorrow night is pricing. I will post the rest of this social media PDF that I've written this afternoon on the group, but hopefully it's helped. It's given you a bit of an insight as a strategy of what to post and when to post, and how to engage with your followers on social media. If you don't know too much about your followers on social media, how about start asking them questions and having polls? Find out if they are mums, if they are grandmas. Find out where they like shopping. Find out which cake. Start using your Facebook to find out about your ideal customers. So I think that is enough for tonight. It's Saturday night. Let's get at them. Let's get out there. So I will see you tomorrow, Sunday night at 8 p.m. Don't forget, we've added on Tuesday as well. And Carol, what have I won and what do I do? Carol, you have won the bespoke one-to-one mentoring with me online. I will contact you tomorrow and tell you how to go about it. There's quite a few people that have won, and I've had some fantastic short 30-minute bespoke mentoring sessions with them. So don't worry at all. Thank you for sharing, and other people have joined. What was I going to say then? Sunday, yeah, we've added Tuesday night extra. Yeah, that was it. If I've missed something out important this week, we are going to do pricing tomorrow. If there's something else that is really, really urgent, in the questions thread, put some more subjects that you want covering. Don't forget, this is more of a foundation course, and you can Still, I've mentioned it today, download the book for $2.99. Where's that gone? $2.99, which has got most of the stuff that you need. This is just extra and on top of that. So thank you all for joining me tonight, and it's Saturday night. Go and enjoy it. Good night.